Is it wrong to have faith in a company? A question I put forward after much thought about branding in comparison to the firm itself. In any medium, there are always those who make products that you have little trust in and those who have generally put forward a quality material. A lot of the time, people have a favorite developer or series, while others have been burned by promises and may never buy from a certain producer again. But with all the shady business dealings going on, i.e. season passes, pre-orders, deluxe editions, is there really room to trust these producers? What about something you know that you will purchase? Then is it okay to pre-order? Well, no, since pre-orders are bad for everyone. People will get ripped off and companies will put forward progressively worse products. There are certain series I pick up day one of a sale with the season pass because it is just cheaper. Knocking the price down $40 is a great prospect since I know I'm going to buy all of the DLC anyways. One of these is of course Treyarch's Call of Duty series, since I'm a hardcore zombie player. Even if there is a map that jumps the shark and makes me not want to buy the franchise anymore, then I would prefer to own it just so I could see it for myself. However, with that comes a certain level of trust. But is that really a good thing? Sure, I would have gotten all the DLC anyway because of mod support, but that brings in another layer of confusion and blind faith about the community content. When the next Elder Scrolls comes out, I am 100% getting it, since even if the game is terrible, the mods will make up for it in many ways. What about the end of a series, such as Naruto? I grew up watching it. Sure, if I started now I would have no interest, but because of the community nostalgia, I wanted to see it through to the end. That is not really trust, but more so attachment and getting something out of a third-party source. However, that still affects the decision to obtain a product. Does this change anything, however? Tomorrow, every single mod maker and member of a fandom could leave. Even more importantly than that, there are dozens, if not hundreds of examples of companies going from being great to terrible, and vice versa. Heck, there are some that flip-flop back and forth all the time. EA was once a beacon of goodwill at one point. A1 Pictures used to be an art house studio. Ubisoft innovated at one point. Should I even mention Konami? Metal Gear The Walking Dead, anybody? There's a lot of tiptoeing around the question, however. Is it a good thing to trust producers, and ultimately, is it good for media as a whole? Let me try to define trust in a sense it is being used. Trust is a natural hype. You may be keeping your expectations low, however still believing that these people will have the ability to deliver a product of a certain quality relative to their past works and explanation of their new works is a form of trust. Now, there are problems. If someone makes a 10 out of 10 piece of art, the rule of statistical regression states the next time they try to make something, they can only do worse, and are much more likely to have something more akin to, say, an average score than the same one again. Now, I'm going to say sorry beforehand, for I'm about to go into what I like to call, is the door even there philosophical mode. But it is not just a good thing to have faith in a producer, but a necessity, unavoidable in every sense of the term. Everything you do is a sign of faith, a hope that the next bite I take, the next song I listen to, the next 5 minutes of this game are all worth the amount of time I am putting in. Once you buy a game, the amount of time you put in is completely built upon faith. Even if it's just an extra couple of hours, you might grind through an MMO because you hear the in-game is amazing, play a walking sim because it is labeled as a drama but not much has happened yet. Even the act of buying a game after watching hours of footage, reviews, let's plays, every little detail you could obtain, buying that game is putting your hope on the line to see if it's worth the exchange, money, time, or otherwise. When having a favorite series, most people will not drop it after one bad episode, but maybe after a bad season, maybe after a bad 5 minutes. It is completely relative to how much you trust that what you are doing is worth your time. Not everything can be good all the time, but that is the risk you are taking every time you do something, that the good will outweigh the bad. When you have that favorite developer, genre, writer, it is saying, this has not let me down yet. Even if it's not perfect, it is still something I trust. This hope allows you to make better decisions. Will you buy that random game that has slightly higher review, or the sequel to your favorite game? Even if it is just to see what it is like, or to get involved with the community that loved the first. Coming to an educated decision on your own about the product instead of seeing a review and taking it as fact. Sure, if an acclaimed company releases what is considered a dud, it does not mean you have to pick it up or invest any time into it. But the next product they make could be considered classic. Does either of these affect the trust you have in the company? Maybe. But it all depends upon the person and the circumstances. It still does not change the fact that having hope in a company is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal. We should use it to its full effect, not just cut it off. but more importantly, not be blinded by it. Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, all that jazz. It shows me you want more, and I really appreciate the feedback and support. If you want more videos from me, there should be some on the side here, but of course the best way to stay up to date with me and my content is to subscribe. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and bye everybody.